went to Marcellus, and right now I'm at Fulton Bookstore on Black Wall Street in Greenwood, and I'm joined by
Tamiqua Whittaker. I'm the CEO of Queen Kisses, all natural luxury lip care.
And me and Tamiqua have crossed paths at events, networking events, social events. So I felt like in my spirit, it was only right that we came together, collaborated on something, got to know one another, talked about our brands and businesses, what we're bringing to Tulsa, Oklahoma. So first, let's start with this. What do you know about the 1921 race riots? What do you know about Greenwood, Black Wall Street? When did you first learn about that?
Well, I'm not originally from Tulsa. I've been living in Tulsa since I was 20 years old. I actually graduated high school from Wagner.
Okay.
Little town not far from Tulsa.
Okay.
But I've been, again, living here since I was 20. It's been about 20 years now. I claim Tulsa. Tulsa gives me nothing but love from my brand, so I absolutely claim. I'm from Tulsa. But I didn't hear about the Black Wall Street race riot situation until it was never mentioned in my high school. I'll tell you that. And even being more, I hate to even use the word segregated.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
But sometimes
coming from a smaller country town, there's not many black kids there anyway, and they absolutely. I didn't hear about that until I was an adult, and actually it was maybe more so when I got into the business side of it and started, dabbling more with the downtown things and stuff like that, and that's when I learned about it.
Okay.
Yeah, so what I know about it, we gonna talk about my business, because I don't know how much time you got.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what I know about it. I learned about it when I was like 10, 11, probably at the Lucille Library, actually. They were talking about it and educating the community, and I just think that, Black Wall Street, the Tulsa race riots, is very important to our community, very important to our heritage as Tulsans, because, that's kind of what people know this street for, and that's kind of what is in our blood and in our ancestry. So tell me about your business, Queen Kisses. Tell me about when did that start, what gave you the inspiration to do that, and what are some challenges that you face as a Black entrepreneur and business owner in Tulsa?
Yeah, well, I started my business while I was still working full-time in the dental field. I'm a dental assistant. I've been doing that for almost 20 years now. And while looking for a way to bring in some other income into my home, my husband gave me the idea to create something that I could call my own instead of continuing to just give my time away to other people. Right? My husband convinced me to do that, right?
I love that.
So working in the dental office, looking all day you see dry lips.
Yeah.
Right? And because we're not just checking your teeth when you come for your checkups, we're checking your tissues, looking for lesions, cancer, anything abnormal, right? Your lips.
I need to do that. I need to definitely do another teeth whitener. So.
Yes, you gotta do that every so many years, especially the things that we consume, we're gonna make your investment last. Yeah. Right?
No, I feel that.
Yeah, teas and coffees, definitely stay on top of your plans.
Yeah, definitely. Well, what was it about Queen Kisses that, like, the type of products that you offer, your brand, like, what is it about that you felt so connected to offer as a product to the community,
Well, the first product that I introduced was the actual lip scrub. That was the easiest for me to dive into. Like, the overhead was really, really low. I already had the ingredients already in my kitchen, right? So that was the easiest for me to branch and start out with. Yeah. And then reading more about entrepreneurship and how being a boss goes, you want to make sure to gain the trust of your audience before you're launching multiple products, right? So they can at least trust you and know that you know how to do something, right? Something right before they're giving you their money for your next thing, right? So I started out with the actual lip scrub, and I actually launched it around Christmas time for 99-cent stocking stuffers. Nice. And I worked in an office that was pretty large, about 20 women, and one male doctor who's the owner. And I was, they were gonna be my testers. Yeah. Let me know what y'all think about this. Yeah. Let me know how many you want, because you're gonna support me, because we're cool like that. Yeah. Right. But it actually worked, and I ended up selling about $300 worth of 99-cent lip scrubs.
Oh, nice.
My coworkers were buying them in bulk
Wow.
for stocking stuffers.
Wow.
My doctor was buying them. He had a
Wow.
wife and daughters at home. He was buying them for them.
So it's almost like that was a sign from the universe that this is what you should be
Yes.
investing in someone into when it comes to like your
Absolutely.
gift, your talent, your ideas.
Also, that helped me with proof of concept. Proof that somebody was interested in what I might have thought I was doing, right?
And maybe you had some insecurities that people would be
Yeah.
interested in. That was like that confirmation that
Right.
people are interested in this.
Yes, and then they
Okay.
kept buying, and a lot of them are still customers to this day. And I have some that actually, believe it or not, I have customers that purchase my lip scrub to scrub their face and their neck with it because they love it. And they're
Okay.
like, it works so good. It's truly all natural.
Okay.
I mean, my lips don't just need work. My face needs work.
Yeah.
My neck
All of
needs
it.
work. Right? So like,
Yeah,
I
I'm
have a
saying.
lady that buys
Same.
it because she's like, girl, I use it on my neck.
Yeah, same.
So,
I mean, it's funny because I model, because I act, I make music, and I want to grow my career. My face, my teeth, my skin are extremely important to me, and I'll have my days where I'll have bad skin days, bad face days, hair days, you name it. And it's products like yours that I need. I know I'm gonna need. So I'm definitely looking forward to checking out your website and seeing what you're having and investing in a friend, but also investing in a black-owned business as well. Because that's something I do with what I'm trying to do with my career. Tell me some advice that you have for me and people that are growing their businesses and future business owners, like as far as like starting where you are. Do you feel like you need to have a big investment? Do you need to have all these ducks lined up in a row, or should you start your business like now? What's your advice on that?
What you need to have is the right mindset.
Okay.
That's really almost the only thing you need. And I had the spark of, I was already looking for a way to, bring in some income, and my husband kind of sparked that in me, but I created something that I'm obsessed with, right? And I didn't need a lot of money to do it, right? Like I said, sugar, coconut oil, honey, right? It's minimal, it's almost in everybody's budget, right?
Yeah.
So that was where I was able to start, and it was wrapped into what I already do. I love dentistry. I still love dentistry. I'm still licensed, right? Where I can go into an office and work if I need to.
Yeah.
But being my own boss, it's just a little more appetizing.
Yeah.
Than still clocking in for somebody else. Even though it might not exactly be doing what I wanted to do right now, that freedom of your time. That right there is so, you can't even put a price on that.
Yeah. I think that's what I'm after. I mean, as an artist, I'm always after the freedom with my time.
Yes.
But, also comes with that, something I'm learning now, is being responsible for my time.
Yep.
Sometimes I struggle with being responsible for my time, and I know that's like one of the biggest things to be on top of as a business owner, because you're your own boss, you're your own CEO. There's nobody with a whip crack and you on your back telling you to get back to work or anything like that. You have to do it yourself.
Yes.
You have to buy. So tell me how you find ways to motivate yourself when you feel like your back is against the wall, or times you have to motivate yourself when you feel like you want to give up, or when you're having a stressful day, or when your business is stressing you out.
Absolutely. Well, for one, let me go back to I created something that I'm obsessed with.
Okay.
So I absolutely love working
have to
on
love
it.
it.
I'm the person that can make all the changes, right? All the anything, all the flavor decisions. Like I'm the person that does that, and I love doing stuff like that. So again, I'm obsessed with my business still to this day.
Okay.
Right? And
okay.
when I'm feeling like I maybe need a little something to keep me going, what helps me also, I don't know if you see me, I do a lot of networking.
Okay, yeah, you do.
Right?
I
And
see
I do
you
a
out.
lot of support with other black businesses around Tulsa, and I generally enjoy it. But kind of going where you celebrate it, kind of picks you up, and everybody's like, oh, Queen Kisses, oh, we love you, oh, we love that keeps me going. When I feel like get somebody else to do it, it ain't supposed to be nobody else to do it, but you, Tamiqua.
Okay,
that's why you keep getting this everywhere you go, and when you think you're like, I'm gonna quit doing this, nobody care about dry lips. I go somewhere, it never fails. It never fails. I go somewhere I don't expect, and I get this wave and this rush of, girl, you gotta keep going. Cause somebody I ran into, whether I know them or not, they might recognize me from something, networking or an event or my logo, something. They know me as a lip girl around here. And I'm encouraged every single time. I don't run into nobody that doesn't already know me or whatever, and they don't say something about my business and how proud they are of me.
Well, that's very inspirational.
So, long story short, go where you're celebrating.
Go where you're celebrating.
When you're starting to feel like down yourself, it's somebody that needs what you're doing and that's rooting for you and watching you. So you got to keep going.
My godfather tells me all the time, go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated.
Absolutely.
So then, how I want to wrap this interview up is I want you to tell me something like a quote or a spiritual lesson or something that you can leave with our watchers and our viewers and listeners that would empower them to become their best version.
Become your best version of you. Oh, I don't know. I'm not good with quotes. All I listen to is Beyonce music.
Okay.
So just,
Okay. Something that music that empowers you. Music that makes you feel good.
Yeah, music that makes you feel
affirmation.
great.
Music is affirmation. Is there an affirmation that you like or a quote that?
Man, anything positive. I take it all in. I put it all in my files, my mental storages and all that. I use all of it. So,
I like that response. Yeah. Well, I mean, your story is positive already, and it's an affirmation in itself.
Right.
So what you just said. So thank you for meeting me today to have this conversation at Fulton Street Bookstore. And actually, since we're here, like, what's your favorite book? That was another question I wanted to ask you. What's a book that you feel like has impacted your life or that has changed your life as a business owner or entrepreneur or artist? Kind of a hard one, right?
That's a really hard one, yo. I'm not much of a open book type of reader. I'd rather listen to stuff or watch stuff just because I'm so busy. I don't feel like I'm ever allowed the time to sit and read a book. And when I have time like that, I'm watching a show.
Yeah.
You know, one of my shows that I'm catching up on, but a book, I don't know, I can't even name a book.
I'll tell you guys one book that I read right now, which is the sequel to Lovecraft Country.
Oh, okay.
It's called The Destroying Worlds. And it's about racism, but it's also about supernatural elements, which makes it more interesting to read and more entertaining to read. So it blends those two worlds. And you saw the show Lovecraft Country.
Yes.
And so ever since I saw that show, I loved how they used like Black history, but also mixed it with fantasy and horror and things like that. I was like, that's so cool. I'm a fan of fantasy too. I was gonna say Harry Potter was a book, but that was the kid that changed my life.
I read like the first 3 and read when I was was in middle school or maybe early high school or something like that. But I read that first one and I was hooked.
See, I've been dying to find other Black people that like Harry Potter.
Man, you done found her.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Well, that was a book that definitely made me tap into my imagination, made me believe in worlds that didn't exist, and made me feel empowered as a kid, as a teenager. So,
yes.
And it made me want to write, made me want to read more because I read all those books. Like you, I read them really quick.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, thank you for joining me at Fulton Bookstore on Black Wall Street in Greenwood. We're gonna have more videos like this. You are the first guest. And I want to thank you again for joining me, and look out for her products. What's the name of your website again?
It's myqueenkisses.com.
And then your Instagram or social media where people can follow you and check you out.
Find me on Instagram at QueenK_Tulsa. And on Facebook at Queen Kisses.